Whoa, BMore4Real. We in the building. BMore4Real. We are in the building.
BMore4Real. I am Uncle Wayne. Thanks for joining us for another Wednesday.
I am OMG Danny.
I'm Uncle Wayne again, yo. It's a Wednesday night.
Yes. We appreciate you guys for being here. We got some special guests with us, and thank you for joining us. It's December the 4th. Circa 2024. We at the end of the year already. We got some special guests, man. Introduce yourself for us.
My name is Diezel, man. I'm on Soulful Productions, you know what I'm saying? And what we do is everything from producing from A to Z, man. You know, global graphic designs, photography, you know, videography, mix and master, you know, whatever you need, man, holla at us, for real.
All right, I'm Durshon Louallen, owner and CEO of Renaissance 599 Essentials LLC. I make my own shea butter products for skin and hair, and I also have my own tutoring service where I tutor math and science.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and give y'all a round of applause for being here. Thank y'all for being here.
Welcome to BMore4Real.
Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Definitely.
So, Uncle Wayne, how was your week?
Hey, welcome, Danny. Hey, listen, like I tell you, I'm back to where no excuses. Me and my puppies, yo, I'm telling you, my dogs, like I tell you, I got 9, 10, 11, 12 dogs.
Wow.
Hey,
I don't know how you do that, man.
and a whole lot of puppies.
Oh, man.
They had puppies. Listen, I'm telling you, like I said, my life is beautiful with dogs. They're loyal.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how that is. When you get that loyalty, it's beautiful.
Definitely.
Well, there's nothing like it in the world.
Man, because how many times can you say you deal with people with loyalty? You can't say that very often.
No.
You can't even say it to some of your significant other. Can't even say it with your brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Loyalty is very hard to come by.
Absolutely.
That's why most people are depressed.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Absolutely. That's true.
Throw depressed then when this time of holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because a lot of times people gifts to try to cover up for all those other things.
Right.
That's
And
true.
we all want that simple thing of that unconditional love. And in between that unconditional love
That agape.
is loyalty.
Yeah.
Agape.
Agape love. Right?
You know,
Correct.
people talk about it all the time because they say, oh, love. Yeah, love, but it has to be unconditional love.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. And also, you have to realize in order to love somebody, you have to love yourself.
Woo!
Wow.
If you don't
How
love
about that?
yourself, you can't love nobody else.
That's true.
Go.
Definitely true.
Well, welcome. That's how my week was. Danny. So how was your week, sir?
Man, I barely even want to talk about it, but I'm every day above ground is a good one. I want to make that perfectly clear. Every day above ground is a good one. There's struggles, personal struggles that I was dealing with personally throughout, I guess, the last couple of weeks with my family and whatnot. So,
Family.
yeah, just pray for that issue. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I'm hoping for better days and stuff like that. Even if it don't come, I still got life. I still got opportunity. So I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Just to be here each and every single Wednesday. So I'm not going to complain. It's a waste of breath, and who want to hear it anyway? You know what I'm saying?
How about it?
So
That's
that it is what it is on that one. How was you guys' week? Let's start with you, brother Von D.
Oh, let me go ahead. Well, my week was let me see. Like I have a puppy also.
Oh wow.
I got a pit bull mastiff though.
A
So
pit bull mastiff.
yeah, so
Mm.
she already is the size of the bed, and she is troublesome, man.
How old?
She's one. She's one. And I got a smaller dog. Her name's Coco. You know what I'm saying? So they're trying to get along, and she's older. She's 10.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So she do what she want.
that's a difference.
How old is the
between
10-year-old?
The 10-year-old.
I mean, what kind? What kind?
She is a sheep, some type of sheepdog and a terrier mix.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So
She's smart.
She's no, not really.
He said no.
Not really. Like, you know what I mean? So having that all week, man, is just keep me on track.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Since my kids left the house, you know what I'm saying? Like, I lost some of that responsibility that I needed. You know what I'm saying? So having her around brought a lot of that back, man. It showed me a lot of things I was lacking in.
See, that's what I said.
You see what I'm saying? So
I mean,
so I'm thankful for just having a learning session with myself. You know what I mean?
and it takes you away because when you concentrate on them, you get a chance to see.
Exactly.
And 10-year-old versus the 1-year-old, you're
Exactly.
going to see the difference
Exactly.
because that 10-year-old settled,
Right.
and that 1-year-old here comes that new thing, and that 10-year-old going to say, "Listen, I'm here, I'm settled.
Right.
You come around, you gonna get used to some things around
Right.
here.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
Nah, you gonna have to go.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
So let's let the people get to know y'all some more as well too.
But before we go,
How was
your
your
week?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm
It's
so
all
sorry.
good. It's all
I'm
good.
already ready to go.
We
You
gonna
know,
work.
look, we was off last week. I was trying.
We can tell how
I'm
your
already
week
trying to
was.
hit the ground running.
My week was pretty cool, very productive. Got a lot of things done, put out a lot of fires at work. Just being the strong person in my department, helping out my team members, answering questions. It was very productive.
That's
About
wonderful.
five.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's wonderful to hear.
What I do, I'm a data analyst full time. So I deal with a lot of reporting, writing reports, analyzing data, explaining information to managers and department heads. So, and I'm the only black male in my department, so
Wow.
I got
Shout
that
out.
struggle ahead of me as well.
Oh.
Wow.
So
Shout out.
it is what it is. Life be lifing, but I survive.
Yeah. Shout out to you.
That week.
Yep. Shout out to you. We gonna go ahead and clap that up as well.
That's what's up.
Let's give you a round of applause if I can reach it. There we go. So let the people know a little bit about you guys. Like, where you from? Where you from, Brother Von Diezel?
All right. Well,
Break it down. Let's break it down to be
my
more
name is
for
Vaughn.
real.
That is my real name. Higgins is my last name. Diezel is my stage name that I go off of. I'm from East Baltimore, and at 15, I came over here to West, and I've been here ever since. So I'm a Baltimorean. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Baltimore.
straight up.
Dude.
Straight
Shout
up.
out.
How old
Yeah, I
are
already
you?
know.
I am 43.
Wow.
43. Got 3 children, and
How
grandkids
old?
too. 25, 21, and 13.
How many boys? How many girls?
I got 2 girls. My oldest are girls, and my youngest is a boy.
Ah.
And I also got 2 grandkids. I got a
Wow.
boy grandson. He's 1, and then my granddaughter. Well, I'm sorry, a year and a half now.
Okay.
And my granddaughter, her name is Miracle. His name is Kingston. She is a year old. She just had her year-old birthday. So
Yeah, we gonna go
I'm
ahead and
blessed.
clap that up.
You always with a grandchild named Miracle. You always know it's a story behind
Oh,
that.
definitely,
Always.
definitely a story. Definitely.
What's the child name?
Definitely.
Miracle.
Well, my daughter actually was paralyzed.
Oh, wow.
She got in a car accident, real bad car accident last year, and was paralyzed. And she was pregnant.
Sorry to hear that.
So she ended up naming her daughter Miracle because she didn't lose the baby and she was able to walk again. So that's nothing but God.
That's
a blessing.
That's a blessing.
One second, businessman
all
for
the way around. Blessing.
1 second, businessman 4111 said, "Is it me or no comments can be seen?" I'm just saying.
Oh no, we see you, businessman. We see
I
you.
think we see you. We could see you guys. We appreciate you guys for tuning in as well.
We do
let us know if you
appreciate
can't see
those
the
comments.
Let us know if you can't see the
And
comments.
subscribe.
If this is your first time viewing the channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe. Realest Conversation on the net. Rated R for reality. You know what time it is. Be more for real in the building.
All right. I'm Durshon Louallen. I'm originally from DC, now a Baltimore resident. I've been living in Baltimore for a year now.
So what do you think about Baltimore?
So far, so good. It's a learning experience. I'm getting acclimated to the area, learning the area. So it's pretty cool. So far, so good. No complaints.
You getting what you bought? Acclimated?
Acclimated.
Yeah, so
Acclimated.
I had to ask those words. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, layman terms. So
I'm getting used to the area.
oh, okay.
Getting used to the area.
We from Baltimore. We didn't know what that meant.
Oh, that ain't true now. I knew what he meant. I knew what he
Hey,
meant.
listen, hey, you know what I mean. I like to ask questions.
You got to.
It's Baltimore. We want to know.
Right.
Listen,
Businessman 411, he said,
When you're
he
from-
just seen it
you're
and
from
he had to
DC.
figure it out. We appreciate you, businessman. So DC and Baltimore, we got a rich history,
Right.
and lovely
That's
connection.
what I'm
Definitely.
saying.
I was talking to
Definitely.
him. I was talking to him backstage and everything, and I was telling him that I really love mumble sauce. I be in DC every day. I was in DC earlier doing a job down there in sound masking for a bank. That's part of my day job. Because yes, we do have day job. We don't get paid from this. We could if you guys subscribe more, listen more, whatever the case may be. But look,
But
in the
we
meantime,
still for
between
real.
time, in the meantime, we still be more for real. In the
Still be
meantime,
more for
between
real.
time, we still
Always,
work, man.
always.
We still got to work. But I was talking to you backstage, and I was telling you that I didn't know they had hip hop in DC. And the crazy thing is, they had hip hop, and then they had the mumbo sauce.
Yeah.
And I said, look, when you get the chicken box, you got to get the fries with the salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce, and mumbo sauce.
That's
I'm
right.
telling you, that's the combination.
That's
It's
a staple.
tight. It's tight. It's critical. I mean, it's
Oh, yeah.
crucial.
It's a
With,
staple.
with the mumbo sauce, salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce, and mumbo sauce.
Mhm.
But wait a minute, I get a little bit confused here. But the mumbo sauce,
Yeah,
well,
the mumbo
that's
sauce.
that's in DC.
Yeah,
That's a
it
DC
started in
sauce.
DC.
That's that
But what is
big
the
DC
it's a special sauce?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a special sauce for chicken and fries.
So
Okay,
I
well,
I have said, and a lot of people have said, oh, it tastes like sweet and sour, and apparently that's offensive because it's not sweet and sour
No,
sauce.
No.
So
it's not.
I learned the hard way that it's offensive to say that it tastes like sweet and sour sauce, but it doesn't. But it do kind of sort of to me. It has its own unique taste, but it's
It
really
does.
good. It's really good.
Yeah,
Shout out DC, by the way. Shout out DC.
no doubt.
wow. Let's see. I'm 61.
Businessman
That's why
said,
I
not the mumbo
I had to
sauce.
throw my age up in there.
And
It's-
I'm 48.
See, it was sort of different. So DC, from a different level to me, is a different level for I've already done and did.
Right.
Yeah.
So that mumble sauce that you said, that's what I said. That
Mhm.
you say we've done that. So for sauce, you can change the name all you want to. What it is,
Mhm.
it's what it is.
Right.
It's good. That's what it is to me.
Well,
It's good.
exactly.
And
I ain't gonna lie.
We got that same sauce here.
Hey, businessman,
We
businessman 4111. We appreciate you for
we
all the
do.
comments.
Don't take it away. We did.
Businessman said, "Don't put it on your chicken." Hey, I put it. I mean, I don't put it on the chicken.
That's
I was
the
talking about the fries.
that's
You gotta put it on the fries,
chicken.
and then on the chicken too. I mean, the
Yeah.
sauce. But that goes without saying. Look, he said
Yo,
no. So
Certain things go on certain things, and certain things. You know what I mean? So
don't knock it till you try
Exactly.
it. That's my. Don't knock it till you
Yeah,
try
yeah.
it.
to try it.
See, we
To each his own.
The next time you in
There
DC,
you
go to
go.
a nice chicken spot,
Each
get
his
you a
own.
chicken
Exactly.
box, and make sure you get the salt, pepper, ketchup, hot sauce, and mumbo
Mumbo
sauce.
sauce.
Don't forget it and
But
thank me
that's
later.
Not a chicken box. You can't. You crossing lines.
No,
there.
it's a chicken box
But
with mumbo
you-
sauce.
Nah,
Right.
The mumbo sauce and chicken box don't go together. That's not
where
the
we
same.
from, that's
You
correct.
said a chicken box and mumbo sauce?
Don't go
Don't
together.
go
That's-
together.
I agree
Don't
with
Well, they
go
got
together.
hip hop chicken down in DC now, and
Wow.
that's the best chicken. I'm telling you, a lot of people debate me on that too. They say, okay,
That's why they're
it's
debating
Royals
you.
because-
Okay, you
because
picked up on it.
it's I guess it's infamous or notorious to say that Baltimore is known for fried chicken. That's something
But Baltimore's
underrated.
known for
That's
chicken box.
right. That's an
Right,
underrated
right.
thing. The chicken boxes, right?
Yeah.
But like I was saying, they got the hip hop. Hip hop originated in Baltimore. I think the original one is on Liberty Road. Hip hop original, the first one
Mhm.
is on Liberty Road. It's some of the best chicken. Have y'all ever had hip
Yeah,
hop
but I
chicken?
think
Yeah,
they
I
came
had
from
hip-hop.
New
You had hip-hop
York,
chicken?
though.
Yeah.
I think they came from New York, though. I don't think they originally from here.
No, they're originally from Baltimore, but it do
Oh,
say
really?
Chicago. It's interesting.
Chicago,
I thought
right?
they
It
said
say,
Chicago.
it's interesting. It say Chicago,
That's what it was. I knew it
but
was
it's
something like
not. It's not from Chicago. The
It started
original,
here in
the
Baltimore.
original one was
Okay.
on Liberty Road. The first,
Yeah, I
the
know what
very
you're talking
first
Okay.
hip hop chicken.
Oh wow.
It was on Liberty Road.
Right.
Okay.
and
that. Liberty and
Well,
Milford.
anyway,
Liberty and Milford.
Learn
Yeah,
something
yeah.
new every
You
day.
know, for
Right.
Tyrone's
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that it didn't survive. You understand what I'm saying? We were known for
Shout
something.
out the Greek Village over there off of Milford and
We
Liberty
ought to
Road.
Yeah,
My
right,
man John, you know what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah, Greek
Yeah,
Village all day.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I
Greek
mean?
village, yeah, all that.
Yeah,
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 he
yeah.
know, he
we
know.
ought to stick with what we was known for. We just don't laugh.
Hey,
That's
I
what our
mean,
that's what
problem is.
businessman just said. Businessman 411. We appreciate all the comments, man. We appreciate you,
Yeah,
by the
shout out
way.
to businessman.
He said, but in Baltimore, we don't do that. He
Nigga with
said, we
us.
don't do that. It's all
man.
good. Look, I do it. I explore different cultures and different foods. It's wonderful to experience such things as well. So, I mean, I love DC. I hate to drive there. I absolutely do. I was just there
Oh
earlier
well, I'm
today,
glad
man.
we have different
It's
opinions. Nothing
crazy.
about DC I love. There
I
is
love DC
nothing.
though.
Really?
I don't love it. Nothing about DC.
Okay.
Nothing.
Well, you have to realize DC museums you don't have to pay for. The zoo you don't have to pay for.
Yeah, ain't no parking either.
Yeah. So
The
certain parts of DC, you
man,
gotta
the
pay
parking
for.
is crazy. No,
Right,
I
certain
pay
parts.
everywhere, especially when
Yeah, everywhere you
Northwest.
got to. Yeah,
When you in that
but
district.
the zoo is amazing.
And
Though.
other things.
Yeah, exactly.
That museums is.
In my life, why in the world you should be paying for a zoo? You sitting there capturing animals, holding them hostage for us to see them, and you still want us to pay for that too? I'm saying for the life of this, we have got to get a grip of what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the reason why DC don't charge.
it shouldn't. And I think no other state should have a zoo. We should put all the animals anyway. We shouldn't be capturing them, but
Mhm.
if we do, we should put them all there, and they should be free. No other state should have a zoo. It's bad enough. But just think about it. Us as grown ass men
Mhm.
shouldn't be grabbing animals, holding them hostage so we can go see them. I mean, think about that. We're going to be punished for that on Judgment Day too. You know, on Judgment Day, God ain't going to say, "Oh, they were holding them." God's going to hold you in judgment too. You know He is. He's going to say,
True.
"Okay, Adam, you ain't going to be pointing your finger over there. You had something to do with it too. Because if you went to that zoo, you're going to be held accountable too."
Right.
God ain't gonna say, "Oh, yeah, they were there." God said, "What about you?
Yeah.
You had just as much power as they. You did nothing about it."
That's true. That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
Well,
Holding
fact.
animals,
Something to think about, though.
That's
Yeah.
definitely.
That's
something to
something
think
to think
about.
about.
holding animals in captivity. It makes no sense.
I do have one question though. What inspired the move from DC to Baltimore? And there's a lot of cities in between as well. What made you choose to make that move? Because it's so close as well.
Well, two things. I wanted to be close to DC, and the cost of living in Baltimore is cheaper. So,
Then DC,
oh yeah,
Oh yeah, I believe that.
yeah,
You
I
said
believe that.
it's cheaper.
yeah. Baltimore is
Yeah, I
cheaper
believe
than
that.
DC.
Yeah. I can believe
So just to be close to DC, but actually be able to afford a brand new house built from the ground up, it's priceless.
Does that make sense?
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
congratulations as well.
Thank you.
I mean, a lot of times we don't speak on each other's successes. We will speak on each other's failures. But
Yeah, exactly.
from a black man to another black man, I just want to say
Exactly.
congratulations,
Thank you,
man.
man. Thank you.
wanna
I
ride?
really appreciate
I'm proud
it.
of you
Handshake
for
on
you.
that
You
one.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Oh, let's go ahead and clap that up.
Definitely.
Let's go ahead and
Definitely.
clap that up.
we don't give each other no credit when we do.
Exactly.
We love to talk about each other behind each other's back negative, but we hate to give each other's credit.
It's almost like the crab mentality. If you're up and I gotta pull you down.
Hey,
Right.
businessman going off in the comments. We appreciate you. They said, "Lord, here we go. What you talking about, man? Where we going?" He said, "There you go. What we talking about, man? There we go. You know this be more for real. Look, we'll start somewhere and the conversation to go
But
somewhere
that's-
else. You know,
that's what Be
but
More
it's
For Real
it's
is
be
all
more for
about.
real.
Yeah.
You know we gonna take it there for sure, for sure.
But let's talk about Be More For Real, the inauguration of our mayor. What do you seem to think about our mayor?
No comment.
No comment either. I'm
Good. Hey.
I'm just observing to see what's going to be
I
done.
mean, it takes for what he's done so far. It took a lot.
Mhm.
From where he came from, it took a lot. But things change once you get to a certain level, and you have to play by different rules.
That's true.
So it's always about your environment, where you're coming from. Just like we may be from here, somebody may be from there, but we may have different experiences, but are doing the same things. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say about what he's doing. I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So
I just hope will be
I
a
respect him.
person of
I
his
tell you that.
word and do what he said he was going to do. So
I'm not. I really don't talk about politics.
All right, look. Before we get too deep into this, because the conversation will get deep. We did. You provided us with some gifts, man. And
Yeah.
what's crazy is you provided us with these gifts before the show, and we want to make sure that we exacerbate the point of you being a businessman and entrepreneur and your endeavors as well. So we want to make sure we take this time out also to make sure you recognize. First of all, let's go ahead and just pull this up real quick.
Yep.
Durshon, Mr. Durshon, Mr. Louallen.
Yes.
He has a card right there. You scan the QR code. Tell them how they can reach you and things of that nature.
You're on.
Yeah. So just click on the QR code. It takes you straight to my website, www.renaissance599essentials.com, or you can call me on my direct cell, which is on the flyer. And yeah, I do vending events, house parties, gifts for weddings, birthdays, Christmas, whatever you need. I got the products for you. Beard, hair oils, scented shea butters, handmade soaps, and peppermint foot butter for the feet and legs. All natural, made by me.
So you make these products. You make these products by hand. Seriously, hold on. We're gonna go ahead and clap that up again as well.
Yeah, by hand.
We're gonna go ahead and clap that up again as well. And I want to show y'all something because he brought us a sample. He brought us a gift,
so
man.
I gave you each two samples, a bar of soap, and a cup.
He gave us a bar of soap, man. And if you open this and you smell this, if you can see this, this is premium handmade soap, ingredients, organic shea butter, olive oil, coconut oil. It's got fragrance, it got colorants, it got turmeric, honey, oatmeal. It's a turmeric, honey, and orange soap bar. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it smells so good. I mean, it's man, I could just keep smelling this all day. Like, I don't know, when I was a kid, and I know my brother used to do this too, we used to just sniff the laundry detergent for a while, you know, because it smells so good. We just sit there and sniff it for a while because it smells that good.
Yeah. Exactly. But and the good thing about my soap is it's good for all skin types. It's good for whiteheads, blackheads, acne, and eczema. And it's a 3-in-1, so you can use it for your face, your body, and your hair.
Wow.
3-in-1.
That's awesome.
So you say you can use it for your face, your body, and your hair?
Yes.
3-in-1.
But you can't eat it though. Don't.
No, you can't eat it.
It's organic, but it ain't.
You can't eat it.
It's not made for consumption.
Right.
So
in that manner.
How did you get into it again?
So pretty much, I suffered from eczema as a child, and I was paying like $450 for my steroid medication. So my uncle and my cousin created the shea butter products. So I was a guinea pig to make sure that it worked. So after using the shea butter every day for 2 years, my eczema cleared up. So after a while, they started teaching me how to make the products, and then they left me the business to take it to the next level.
Wow.
So family lineage.
Oh, shout out to your family, man. That's dope. Shout out to your family. Yo, I just want to say he got this one. This one is omnipresent. I didn't open this one, but I actually used it. I used it on my hands and my face because I was a little ashy, you know what I'm saying? I had to wash up and stuff like that. But I used it. And this one is alpha male. When I tell you it smells good, it smells fantastic. I mean, it smells like cologne or something.
Yeah.
And look, I'm going to show y'all. Let me see if I can open it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely used a little bit of it. If you can see, I definitely used a little bit of it. I put it on my hands. I already used it, and it's fantastic.
Thank you.
It smells wonderful, and we appreciate the gifts as well.
Hey, not a problem.
And also, it came with a cup. Like, he gave us a cup as well, a bar of soap and a cup.
Free gift.
I mean, like,
that's what I told him. Everything is
laid out.
What are the colors?
Purple and gold.
Purple and gold.
And I told him, I said, what's the unique of the purple and gold? And you said, what again?
Because it's my fraternity colors. I'm a proud member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
So again, put it up one more time so you know how we are.
Yeah, let's go ahead and share that flyer again real quick for the audience so y'all know how to contact him. And he has the QR code right there on the screen. Man, make sure y'all go ahead and support black businesses. This is what we here for. This is what we do. This is what we here for. This is what we do. This is what we here for. This is what we do.
Lifting as we climb.
And also I like the symbol as well. I love the crown and the R and the royal. And I know you might not like this. 'Cause I don't know if you a football fan or not, and maybe if you are, you might be with the Washington Commanders. But
I am, but I also root for the Ravens as
the
well.
Ravens' official colors is not black and purple. Is black and excuse me, it's purple and gold.
Yeah.
So these are official Ravens colors
That's
as well.
correct.
And I'm a fan of purple as
That's
well. That's
correct.
my favorite color
Yeah.
as well. I really like purple, not because of the Ravens, but I like the color purple.
Well, purple represents royalty,
Correct.
Absolutely right. It represents
and the gold
royalty.
represents prosperity.
Right. Correct.
And that's
And
heritage.
Prince, y'all.
Pureness.
I had to get that out there.
Purple
You
rain.
know, there
Purple
we
rain.
go. That purple rain. But
That purple
it
rain.
smells so good. It really
It does. Make sure y'all scan that QR
Smells so
code.
good.
Make sure y'all go ahead and support the brother, man. We left it up there for a reason, so
Yeah.
y'all can go ahead and take all the information that y'all need. This is the purpose of us coming together, so that you know,
Christmas is coming up. You need stocking stuffers.
and it smell good. And I would, if I could offer a suggestion, I would say, brother, maybe you should make some candles and all that stuff too, because it smells
That's a good
wonderful.
idea.
You're like the seventh person that asked me to do candles.
I like candles
So
too. I'm not gonna lie, I like
actually
candles.
researching how to do candles.
I love the scent of candles and all that stuff. Is something that I enjoy as well too. So
Yeah.
if the lotion or I don't know what you call it,
shea butter.
shea butter,
Yeah, shea butter.
if it's like that, and I'm telling you, it's like that. That orange turmeric soap, it smells out of this world.
But it definitely smells
It's-
good. And thanks.
It's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
It's
You're
awesome.
welcome.
You had to put that on outside before we walked in, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did.
That's what that was.
Yeah,
Oh, it do smell good.
yeah. That
was- yeah,
smells
was-
good.
I didn't know he made that.
Oh, yeah.
That just definitely
Did it very
filled the
good.
whole room
Thank
up.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, it smells real good,
Yeah,
man.
yes,
I'm
it
telling you, it
did.
smells. It
Wow.
smells fresh, like you got out the shower.
Exactly.
And like clean and like it still smells masculine. The one you got.
Mhm.
So do you have female scents
Yes,
as well?
I have scents
Okay.
for females as well.
Okay. Yeah, because the male scent is that. That alpha male is every bit of alpha. It smells
So for
real
the
good.
holidays, y'all, no excuses.
Exactly. Get
Look,
your,
a
get your
black
products.
business smells good. So what you waiting
Handmade.
for?
Handmade.
Right, and handmade.
And
Right,
handmade,
there
yeah.
we go.
All right, so we got to you. We got to get to Von Diezel, man. You a
Hey,
musician.
Von.
You're an artist. You're a poet. You're a
Yeah.
storyteller.
Yeah.
You are a man of many hats. You do many things. You're a father, a grandfather.
Right.
We found out a lot of different things. So tell us about yourself as well, sir.
Well, I gotta give all the glory to God, number one, first and foremost, because He gave me
Amen,
everything
for
that I
sure.
got. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yo,
it's just something that I just like to do. I like to clear the air with myself by being creative. You know what I mean? Like creating a poem or creating a track or get my emotions out. Like, because it's hard for a lot of men to really talk to each other. Because a lot of men
Right.
don't
True.
accept things that you may do or whatever. They may judge you. So it's kind of like my release. You know what I mean? And I've been doing it for a minute, and it's just God's been good to me, man. Everything it's just natural, man. And I don't know. I can't speak it to it. It's life.
Yeah.
Music is life. That's how you do. It's through music. You know what I'm saying? So I feel as though that's one of my ministries. You know what I mean? It's just to reach others and teach them. You know what I mean? Through my music, through creativity, through however you want to get into it, being an artist. You can be a painter, you can be a drawer, but you can have something behind it to enhance it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not just me. You know, it takes a whole team, because if I didn't have nobody on the track, I would just have a beat. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't have somebody singing on there, they wouldn't have no backup vocals. You know what I'm saying? So it takes a team to really create an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to reach everybody that through my music, man, just through love, man. I mean, I'm just trying to be love, man. Just love.
Absolutely. Word.
how long have you been doing your poetry? Do you have like you sing, rap, poetry?
Sing rap. I sing rap, poetry, spoken word. It doesn't matter. I just do it all. Like, you know what I mean? So I started making tracks at first, just through my ear of music, because my parents were musicians. My brother's a musician.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I'm a musician. My brother's a drummer. My parents played the keyboard and organ.
Okay.
So I got,
in the blood.
yeah, it's all. So you know what I mean. So my grandmother and all them, they all sing. So it's just something that was always in my blood, and it's my release. And nobody can take it away from me, because if I tell my truth, You know what I'm saying? Nobody can use it against me. So I just, I let things go.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got a comment from businessman 4111. They asked us, could you give a bit? Can you give a bit of like a music or poetry? Is there something that you can share with us?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Give me 3 words, a topic or something, and then I'll go ahead and spit off that, and you can put up whatever.
Loyalty.
So, businessman, give us 3 words or a topic, and he said he'll do it for you. He said give us the tea. So we gonna wait for that comment, and we gonna see what they got.
Okay.
We gonna see what they got. So hurry up, businessman. Let's get it. Let's see what you got. Is there anything else you would like to say? Storytelling or any other business endeavors that I failed to mention? Whatever hats would you like to? You're a community activist as well, right?
Yes, I am in the community also.
Okay.
I like to give back. There's an organization that I have been working with called For My Kids.
Mhm.
They're actually up the street, up Pulaski also. They're not too far. They're up north though.
Mhm.
So yeah, definitely For My Kids all day. FMK, you know what it is. You know what I mean? Definitely an organization that we're trying to build, helping Baltimore teens and young youth. You know what I'm saying? So what they do is they got during the summertime they got clubs and counseling and all this other stuff. But they also for the adults they also help you get jobs and help you get yourself together. If they have housing and you know what I'm saying, like these people help out. They care about you. It's a family away from family. You know what I mean? Like people always say blood is thicker than water, but they don't understand is water is blood. You know what I'm saying? That's the main compatible.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I guess
3 words: fam.
the 3 words is fam.
Okay, family.
Hey, you want to talk about
right.
family, fam.
All
Let's
right,
go,
well,
businessman.
Well, it was just Thanksgiving, so now I have to give some thanks. Off the top of my dome, I'm going to have to quote my family thanks because of everything that they gave me and everything they took away became me. So I had to grow up to be who I am, Dizel. That's me. That's Von with a VON. That's C. We on Baltimore for real, baby. Don't you see?
Okay.
Hey.
Good
Something slight. Hold on, we gotta give you a round of
My bad,
applause for that.
Yeah,
Something slight.
That's what's up.
Now,
What about family would you like to talk about though, businessman? Let us know. You've been with us. You've been rocking with us all night. So we want to make sure that if you got something you got to say, we'll make sure that the people are well aware of it. Let us know what you want to talk about regarding family. We appreciate your comments as well.
so again, we're going to get back to this question.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think about these politicians of Baltimore? Now we all here, now you here, and for this year, these rules and regulations of Baltimore, what do we think? See, these rules are affecting us.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
We live here, our family. So what do we think? Can we make some changes? Do we want some changes differently? Now the inauguration is, so we got next 4 years. What do we think about Trump for the next 4 years?
Well, I mean, the thing about it is everybody has to stick together.
Exactly.
You have to stick together. If everybody is on the same page, then things could change. But if everybody's not on the same page and they're secretly doing other things around the back of things and people, and it's not gonna work.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if he's really about that, or whoever is in office is about that, we need to make sure they stay accountable because obviously we voted them in. And when we vote them in, who else we have to blame but ourselves? See, a lot of people always want to put it on the politicians, but who goes to the councils? Who goes to the city hall and complain about things and gets things done? Sometimes you have to go ahead and focus on how your community is because your community is your life too.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So if you get everybody involved in that, especially if you live in the neighborhood, then you know what I mean. I think it would be much easier. But that's the key. Everybody wants to be the head. Nobody wants to be the body or the tail.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like we talked about earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to be a follower in order to be a leader.
Exactly.
And a lot of people don't understand that. There's certain rules you have to learn to follow somebody else in order for you to learn to be a great leader. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand that no more. Oh, now I need it. I want. And they're screwing everything up. But if everybody played their position, everything will work perfectly.
So, boss man is blowing, businessman, excuse me, businessman blowing up the comments. They say he said, keep that man name out your mouth. I guess that's Brandon Scott. He said let that name dry out. And then he said, thank you, sir. I guess to your latest statement.
Definitely. Shout out, boss.
One thing I will say is that this is BMore4Real. And I guess since you went there, what's important to realize about this whole political thing, like I was saying for weeks and weeks, um, politics without economics is like symbolism without substance.
That's true.
Again, politics without economics is like symbolism without substance.
True.
So we can talk all the politicians that we want to talk about and all this stuff. It's still not going to change our situations. We're looking for politicians to change our situations. Hunter Biden was just pardoned by um, President Joe Biden on his way out after he swore that he would not pardon his son, and then he pardoned him from up to 10 years. So the one thing that we need to realize is how do we put our people in our position to succeed like that? Like regardless of his mess ups, regardless of his mistakes. Look, you may be a felon, you may have went to jail for 10, 20 years, did a robbery, whatever the case may be, and came home. How do we stop the recidivism rate? How do we stop these people from reoffending and going back into jail and repeating the same old cycle which they're used to? And so the way that we do that is by controlling our own socioeconomic views. And this is part of the reason why we have this platform as well. Because we control our own media, we control our own image, we control our own narrative, we control our own news, and we're not hypnotized. We're not hypnotized by the media. So I know that it's a tough thing to deal with, but the politicians and all this stuff, they have drove us crazy. They have drove our homes crazy. You got women out here talking about they don't want nothing to do with men shaving their heads off because Vice President Kamala Harris lost the election. Like this stuff is important to talk about because these politicians that get our vote and all this other stuff and they do nothing for us. These organizations, these Marshall Dimes, whatever these foundations are that they have, all of them, they get this money. They never do anything for us. They never have a dime for us, but you're begging us for your votes and all that stuff. No, I'm not dependent on that, and I will say something about it if I see something.
So I want to address this. So a lot of times people worry about who's in office. It's all about, first of all, the main person that's in charge is God. If you don't have a relationship with God, you can't survive anything.
Absolutely.
So no matter who's in the White House, whoever's the mayor, Congress, as long as you got God in your life and God is the head of your life, you will be all right regardless.
Right.
Right.
So point blank.
Whoop that one.
Right.
You whoop that one. But I got that. You whooped that. There's no one even said on that.
Hold on. We're gonna go ahead and clap that up real quick. We're gonna clap. Yeah, that's good. Clap that. That's that. Right. By the way, like the stream. If you guys are viewing, go ahead and like the stream. If it's your first time, go ahead and subscribe. One more thing else. Businessman said his name is Will. Pleasure to meet you, Will. We only know your username, but Will, it's a pleasure to meet you. Appreciate you for joining the conversation.
Thanks for joining. But let me throw this out here, which makes absolutely no sense for anybody to even have any drops about anything. Joe Biden pardoning his son. Anybody having common sense know that you shouldn't even question that. That's his son.
Exactly. And he had the power to do it.
Neat.
Know how?
Who in the world wouldn't pardon their son?
Right.
I don't care if I said I wouldn't. As soon as I leave out of there, boom, yes, I'm a pardon my son.
Yeah.
And then in the situation where Trump is coming in there with all the power he had, knowing I'm just coming out of there too, that's another reason. It is so many reasons.
Right.
And I am so disappointed at these Democrats. That's how they're so divided. That's jumping all around saying how this man, because he said he wouldn't, now he's doing it, is a liar. It is so easy for the Democrats to divide and call. I've never in my life seen such mess. The powers, the being, is how it is now. That's how everything is a mess. Just like we on here now, how we talk about Republicans and Democrats, everything is a mess.
Yeah.
And just like you said, if your foundation is not in God,
you screw regardless.
Yep, I would go as far as to say, look, the votes is already in. We cannot change what happened during this election.
Exactly.
What we have to do is move past it. And the first point I would like to ostracize is the pardoning of Marilyn Mosby. We need to get our community together to get
Yes.
Marilyn Mosby pardoned. That's my
Yes.
only. That's my
I
only thing.
love
It's a
that one.
reason. It's
Deep.
a reason why they attacked that lady and that
Right.
woman,
That's correct.
and we have to make sure that the powers that may be that were responsible for doing that to her are held responsible.
Yeah.
And the only way we're going to do that is if we rise together as a people. We cannot be ignorant to that fact. Let's ride for
Pull
Marilyn
together.
Mosby. It's
Yeah.
time to saddle up and get our horse together because look, it's public information. They put a gag order out on her. They say she bought all this, she did all this stuff. It was her own money coming out of her own retirement funds.
Right.
But she couldn't explain that in court. Like, no, I thought the court was about justice. That's not justice. Why are y'all doing that to that woman? That's messed up. And it's not just to that woman. That is a message to us as black people.
Yeah.
That is a straight up message to us. And I'm going to take that message serious. And I'm going to face it head on and say, y'all better renege. Y'all, if you know spades, y'all better renege on that goddamn guilty plea. Y'all better renege
This
on
might be the
what y'all
time
did to
I'm
that
telling
woman.
you
Yeah.
that you come in and pull together. Trump may surprise the fuck out of y'all more so than you think. Because everyone thinking that he might be the worst of the worst, but he may be doing things that you may be shocking enough. Pull together and try some things out. But because guess what? Where in the world have the Democrats and their promise to change things work for us? Seriously, where? Find out where have they worked for us. So
Right.
since they didn't, since Trump coming in there with this, let's try, like you said, put it together
Right.
and push some agenda. And
Right.
let's start with the pardoning of
Marilyn
Marilyn Mosby.
Mosby. And also, we have businesses as well too, like you guys' businesses,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
So, what are ways in which, and I guess we'll start with you, brother Von Diesel.
Mhm.
In what ways could the government help facilitate people like your dreams and aspirations the way as though they can help you take off and be the best version of yourself?
The government, you say?
Yeah, the government
Something you can
programs.
take the Trump. How about that?
I mean, there
What-
are
in what
grants.
ways?
There are grants and stuff that you can use. That you can get yourself, depending on if you're black, if you're white, if you're mixed. They have grants for everything.
Yeah.
That's one thing you have to do. Some things you have to do requirements for. But there's plenty of grants out there.
Definitely.
Aid, Small Business Bureau, the SBB definitely will help you out.
Yes.
In a lot of different ways. You just have to do the work. The thing about it is a lot of people don't want to do their own work.
Exactly.
If you do
You
your own
can't be
work,
lazy.
you can
You
just
can't be
go
lazy.
through everything. You don't need a lot of extra people in there to get, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then you just stay on top of it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because if you don't stay on top of it, then you're not building, your business is not going to be in good standing,
Right.
which happened to me because I didn't stay on top of it at first. And I had to go through a lot of different things to get it back
Oh, really?
in good
Right.
standing. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Well, I would say I noticed before we go to you. I would say I noticed as well in the music and entertainment industry. A lot of these deals that the artists are in are unfair. They're
Correct.
cruel
Yeah.
Correct.
and unusual.
Correct.
Well, not I wouldn't say
Well,
unusual.
Hear of them.
They are cruel and inhumane.
Mhm.
And the obligations and the legalities and the technicalities of these contracts that they putting these people through is killing us on a social economical level. My thing with the government is that I wish they would teach us the law and taxes, like the two most important things that we must follow, and we'll go to jail for following the law and taxes. Why isn't it taught in schools? I'm talking about you don't have to go to college or none of that stuff and pay tuition. I'm talking about why isn't it taught in elementary schools
Right.
from elementary on up to high school? If the law is that important.
Mhm.
But
So-
it's not taught when they making the money because if they teach us, they can't make
Make
the
money out.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
It's all about money.
But
Correct.
then
Right.
also
Right.
another,
Right.
yeah, and then another thing is, if you're not getting the education in school, the parents and grandparents should be sharing that information with the kids.
Right.
But
Right.
So also because they say to keep something out of a black person's mind, put it in a book.
Put it
because
in a
black
book.
people don't read.
Right. Because they
If-
say we don't read.
Exactly. So if blacks will read more, you'll learn more, and then you can share more.
Well, I came from the city that reads because Kurt
Yeah,
Kurt
That's
Smoke
what
was
they
around.
say.
Yeah.
They say
Yeah,
that.
dig. It was on every bus
it's on a
stop.
bus
But watch
stop.
this, but
Yeah.
when I say this, me being older, I try to instill. We shouldn't have to be the one to read. We should be more people of us should be taught. For those, and this is where I'm saying, oh, if you are better in read and write it, God taught have given you that skill so you can teach others.
Correct.
It wasn't meant, us as blacks think when you are better reading writers, it's not meant for you to brag that you're a better reading writer.
Right.
It is meant a skill for you to teach
exactly.
Well, some
that's
people,
what God is giving
some
you,
people
that skill.
don't take it as like a good thing that they can't do it. They hide it, and then they keep it away from you because they think you're going to talk them down, them, not pick them up.
Mentality.
Right, exactly.
Crab mentality.
And the thing about it is, once you what I've learned is, for instance, that I've known, if they don't know, I won't say anything. I'll just be like, yo, this is how you do it, or yo, this is how you know what I'm saying? And then they'll catch on, and then they'll finally have enough to say something about it. You know what I mean?
That's what's destroying our race, because we have to realize everybody is not great readers and writers.
Correct.
It's a skill.
Correct.
I mean, you have to look at even in slavery, during slavery, where the slaves that learn how to read, they would try to teach other slaves how to read and write.
And they were being punished.
Right.
And
that's almost like the same thing that's happening now. If the black person that knows everything try to teach somebody, they get ostracized or
can I say something? Because
like
I mean, it's important to me personally. I guess because we had a platform, it's BMore4Real, and there's some things I noticed. Like I noticed that you're a Freemason, right?
Yes.
And I know that certain things you can't talk about and stuff like that. But my point of view is that like those things are part of the division in the community. Like even Freemasonry, like the Prince Hall and the Scottish Rite, they divide it, and it's like races within those internal things to me.
Yeah.
So I've never got a chance to really sit down and talk with a Mason and have that conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And as far as the division and things of that nature. But how would you define basically the reason why you joined and the benefit that it does to the community?
Yes. So the reason why I became a Mason is because it's generational. My father, all my uncles, both of my grandfathers were all Masons. So it's in the bloodline. So legacy is one. The building of the family is two. And building of the community is three. Because all the Mason lodges, Eastern Star lodges, all the fraternities and sororities, we give back to our communities. We do things for the elderly, children, and the homeless. That's a given. That's a staple. That's mandatory. Each organization have mandated programs that we have to do on a monthly or annual basis to thrive our community. So, and that's the reason why I joined, is because the sense of brotherhood and the sense of legacy and to help my community.
Okay, and much respect, no disrespect. I disagree with Freemasonry on the same level I disagree with Christianity on. It was made by a white man, and we keep joining these organizations, and I say we because myself included, we all join these organizations, and you're alumni too. Which fraternity are you a part
Omega
of?
Psi Phi.
Omega Psi Phi. When I was in elementary school, I was in Kappa Phi Alpha. But I learned a lot of that
in elementary school.
I mean, middle school. I had a teacher that went to school in Atlanta, and he came out and he showed us, and I was on the step team and all that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, but until I learned what I was learning about, Freemasonry and stuff like that, because it is a part of the Order Illuminati or whatever the case may be. That's the biggest discrepancy that people have. Like, it's a lot of people that would like to ask a Mason or somebody that they quote unquote in the Illuminati some questions. So I'm trying to make sure I ask these questions now and be the mouthpiece for these people, even though they're not here now, because we have a real conversation. So is there something that you would like to share on that side?
Well, to become a Mason, you either have to know a Mason or have it in your bloodline.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah. So if you're interested and you know a Mason, to say, hey, I'm interested in becoming one, and they will help you become one. So it's no secret. Everything's out in the internet. You just have to know somebody, or it has to be in your bloodline. And the thing about Masonry is you don't have to be college educated to become a Mason. As long as you're 18 and don't have a criminal record, you can become a Mason.
But you see how, and I hear this is where I get lost in the sauce with so many people. Okay, with God people, you've been through something.
Mhm.
You have to go through something and been through something. This is what it is.
Mhm.
And with life, they don't accept people like you are felon if
Right.
you've been through something. And these, you gotta accept people who've been through something.
Mhm.
So these places are not real. This is where I differ. That's why I say I'm 61 years old, and my life is different now.
Mhm.
You ruin people when you think people have to be perfect. There, when you tell a child they have to be good to get a gift, it's no such thing. There
Mhm.
is no good child. A child has to make mistakes.
Yeah.
You
But
say
there's consequences.
right.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
that's absolutely
Hmm.
correct. There are consequences,
Yeah.
but a child has to make mistakes. So if you
Hmm.
saying a child has to be perfect, then that's not feasible. So
Hmm.
we have to learn to that's not real. So
Hmm.
if we don't start doing that in life, we are never going to be real. So that's how a lot of those things don't work. So
Hmm.
you want a president that went through life who never done anything.
Hmm.
That's what we want.
One
We
second, we
want a
got a
president.
comment. We got a comment from businessman
One
four
second,
one
hold
one.
that one second, one second. The reason why I'm saying that,
Hmm.
that's how we ruin so many people.
Hmm.
And we do that in life. And we go back to school. We pick out people who can read and write.
Hmm.
Remember, we just said that as a skill.
Yeah.
And look at all the other children that we dismiss and destroy.
Hmm.
Why do you think they gather together and start doing mischievous things? Because we dismiss them because they are not great readers and writers when they have so many other skills God has given them.
Right.
And we dismiss them, and we are doing that. Do you see what I mean? And because
Hmm.
we don't get to know who they really are, because it's not us to pick and choose who they are, it's for us to learn who God created for them to be.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? And
Yeah.
all those organizations who that they are choosing who they to be to come into them, we missing it. That's
Hmm.
how over and over again we are
I
destroying
want to add to that.
all of
I
God's
want I
graces.
want to add to that, but also I think he
Now
said his
we
name
gonna
was
get violent.
Will. I
I'm
think he
sorry,
said
I just had to get
it's
that
all right.
part
Hmm.
out.
I think he said his name was Will. He said he
Yeah.
is a Tim. Let's be respectful as well. I don't even know what that is. If you could
You know what?
explain a Tim, I don't know what that is. If you could explain, but he
Hmm.
said he's a Tim. I don't know who he's talking about or who he's referring to. I don't even know what that is. But if you could let us
Well,
know.
yeah, one second,
But please be
hold on, comment.
respectful. We can disagree and be respectful.
Right.
Just please be respectful. We disagree all the time on this platform. We
Hmm.
welcome disagreements,
Everybody
but
has opinions.
right,
Right, right.
we
But go
welcome
ahead, go
disagreements,
ahead.
but please be respectful.
Everybody's entitled to one too.
Yeah.
I want to
Exactly.
piggyback off of what you were saying because I noticed, like, even going back to the political thing, like the Boule Society,
Hmm.
there are a lot of secret societies and stuff like that, and they are encouraging our votes for the Democratic Party. And what I was saying is that these parties may not be controlled by us as black people. You know what I'm saying? The Order of the Illuminati, from my understanding, um, it was solidified May 1st, 1776, when what is his name? It was Adam Weishaupt. One of them had gave the Statue of Liberty to the United States of America, and that was the Statue of Liberty. It's not a Statue of Freedom.
It's
That's
France, right? I believe it's
that's
France.
another
It doesn't
story for
matter.
another.
I
That's another
apologize.
subject for another time. It's the Statue of
Hmm.
Liberty, not the Statue of Freedom.
Mhm.
But what I'm saying is that these organizations, like the Boule Society, when we see Roland Martin and Steve Harvey, all these people, it seem like they selling us out to me. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I have an issue with that because we don't control that. You understand what I'm saying? It's like
Hmm.
we still trying to be a part of that organization, kind of sort of like Christianity. We know Christianity was forced on us, and they gave that to us. That's not exactly what we ascribe to, and they keep on giving us the stuff,
Hmm.
just like the curriculum, the school curriculum you were talking about. All of these things have to be challenged, and I think I'm the one to challenge it, and I'm challenge it respectfully, and I
Yeah.
respect your position as a Freemason,
Hmm.
but I also disagree with that standpoint. I disagree with the Skull and Bones and those people that affiliate with those type of secret societies
Hmm.
because in our society, we have nothing. And the biggest thing is we are so quick to join their organizations instead of building our own,
That's
if that
it.
makes sense.
And so that's the reason why we have black fraternities and sororities,
Right.
because we were able to join the white organizations. So that's the main reason why the Divine Nine came to be. So we created black fraternities and black sororities, especially at HBCUs. And that's the reason why we also created HBCUs, is because we couldn't go to white schools. So we had to create our own
Right.
colleges and
But
universities.
now that needs to be researched and examined, because when you deal with that, when
Mhm.
you even HBCU, historically black
Like
colleges
college and universities, yes.
you dig deeper, they not even truly needed. They need to be examined, because when you dig with them, they're really just a white college painted black. Because you dig deeper, I mean, because I went later in life.
hmm
Seriously, when you dig, because if I take an average black brother and put them, let's say Coppin, right down the street, take them right off the corner and put them up there, they're still lost, because that college don't support an average black brother. They don't. They support a white college that's painted black. They don't.
Yeah.
Look at their psychology.
And another thing too, a lot of people like you that you got conspiracy theorists and all that stuff. And like I said, I'm not gonna get on you, my man. We
Yeah.
got the gifts and all
Yeah.
that. All in love, right?
Yeah.
People like me, they call us conspiracy theorists, right?
Mhm.
But there's a thing that goes on in I guess the occult language, or what do you call it? Esoteric, in the esoteric realm, whereas though the people at the bottom don't know the stuff this at the people at the top. They keep the knowledge suppressed for the people that's at the bottom. And that's my huge thing with that, because like especially because I believe in the Bible, the most I say wisdom cries out in the marketplace. Like it cries out freely. And another thing I like to say too is don't be a dummy with a smartphone. So we got all this knowledge that we easily able to
Right, exactly.
access
Everything's on the
at our
internet.
fingertips. Yet we still choose to be willfully ignorant about a lot of subjects
That's true.
in life.
That's true.
But for some reason, when these organizations, and I even see it in churches with the bishops and the pastors, I see it in a lot of organizations like with the colleges and all this stuff. That's why you got to go to college and be taught, or what I like to call indoctrinated. It's indoctrination. It's not education. It's indoctrination. But they like to keep the people at the bottom suppressed on the knowledge, and the knowledge is only for the elite. And something grinds my gears about that. What do you got to say about? What is your views on that?
Okay. So you have options and you have choices. And with those choices are consequences or rewards. So if you do want to learn more, you go somewhere to gain knowledge. Once you gain knowledge, you can do a particular field or career and move up in the world. So my thing is, having education is a good thing. Depending on what level you want to go, is up to you. That's the reason why we have colleges. That's the reason why we have trade schools.
Mm.
You can pick your option. And everybody has an opinion to do whatever they want to do in life. And you have that choice. You can be a man or woman and decide your own fate. So that's my
Absolutely,
opinion.
we appreciate you as well. Do you have? I didn't want to forget about you. Do you have
No,
something?
I ain't got nothing to say. You said it all.
Yeah,
bro.
'cause- yeah. What is your greatest inspiration and your motivation behind what you do though in life? And then I want you to answer the same thing.
Okay.
As well.
My motivation is family lineage. I want to create something that I can pass on to my family and keep it going. Generational wealth.
That's exactly the same thing. Mine would be family legacy.
Don't even
that's
the
the same.
your hand say
Same thing.
yes sir.
Definitely.
Yes sir.
Definitely.
That's what
I'm
the
working
goal
towards.
is.
Yeah,
Yep.
the goal is
That's
to
what the
get
goal
that
is.
so that my grandkids
White
don't
people
have
do it
to,
all the time. It's
don't have
time for us
worry
to
about
start
it, you know
doing
what I
it.
mean? That's definitely what I'm working towards.
Let me get to some of the comments. I'm sorry. Businessman, I believe you say your name as well. If not, I apologize.
You said it was Will.
Let's go to some of his comments. I'm sorry about that. He's saying, yup, 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 yup.
He agreed with
So
us.
stop. He said, I'm rolling. He said, what does it say? I'm rolling up smoke. And
That's
if
what we
this want to
like.
be,
That's what we
if this
do.
want to be
That's what it
Tim
is.
Scoop, do it again.
Be
We,
more
I,
for real.
hey, you gotta explain that to us, man. What is Tim Scoop? What is all Tim Scout, Tim Scoop? What is all of that stuff? Please explain that to us.
Like we just
Let's say Trump not giving him a spot. He said I have college dues and I have no job and what I paid for. Hmm. That is an interesting. That's an interesting topic as well in and of itself. A lot of people who go to college for degrees actually don't find jobs in the field which they go to college to, which they feel like they wasted their time and money.
I went to
Well,
college later.
Mhm. I was going to say it depends on your major and also what you did while you was in school. Now, if you just went to school and just went to class and didn't do no networking or internships, then it's going to be hard for you to get a job. But if you do internships and networking and building rapport with people, it'd be better for you to find a job quicker.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And for you, brother Von Diesel, what is your greatest inspiration that you find that keeps you moving forward and keeps you pushing?
Um, God and my children.
Mm,
Hmm.
My children is the reason that I do what I do today and why I'm not gone longer than I have already been. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
So it's my
absolutely.
children, man. I do it all for them, and now it's my grandchildren. It's definitely something beautiful seeing the generations go down. You know what I mean?
Legacy.
Like exactly,
Hmm.
because I'm a parent. And my kids, there's four generations right there that I'm looking at. You know what I mean? I'm blessed to see that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't see that, so you know what I mean. That's all it is,
A lot
man.
of times people don't see what's right in their
Right in
face.
front,
You
right,
see what
exactly.
I mean?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So
How
it's a
can people
secret.
follow you as
Exactly.
well? I don't think we asked you that, but how can people follow you as well?
You can follow me on Facebook under Astute Perceptions. You can follow me also on my YouTube channel, Soulful, SOULFULL dash PRODUCTIONZ. That's my YouTube channel. You can also email the company at soulfulpros, SOULFULLPROZ at gmail.com.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. And tell the people again how they can follow you as well.
Yes, you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Renaissance 599 Essentials LLC.
Sounds fine. I got one more question. How did you come up with the logo? Was that something that you got with a team with, or how did you
No,
come up with that?
I created myself. I believe that I'm a king. I'm an
All day.
heir of a king. I'm a child of a king. So royalty with the purple, prosperity with the gold, and that's pretty much it. And the E is for
It
excellence.
it, it looks really good.
So you
Thank you.
tell
I,
how you what I
I really like
mean?
it.
Excellent.
I really like the image. It's awesome.
Thank you.
Before we go, is there anything, words of inspiration, words of encouragement that you want to share with the people? Any shout outs to anybody that you want to hear? Take that time out to do that for a
All right.
second.
You go first.
Um, I just want to shout out all the youth and everybody that's younger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you put your mind to it and do it. Don't let nobody ever tell you that you can't do your dream, man. Go after what you go for and always look to God first. That's all I got to say.
All right. I definitely like to shout out all my family and friends that tuned in, and also to everyone that's considered the underdog and the black sheep of your family. You can do anything you set your mind to. Just stay focused, keep moving, and know that greatness is in you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, we
Now I
appreciate
got
that.
some Uncle Wayne questions. You get what I'm saying? So listen, I enjoy you all coming for the nights and to be more for real. But I got some Uncle Wayne questions I really need to see. Now listen, you know what? Our youth are just like really, they are going through it, and you see how it is, and they don't feel as though they're being loved, and they don't feel as though people care about them.
Mhm.
Now, let me ask you this question. Can you give some advice that you seem to think? Now, I think you need to think about this for a second
Mhm.
before you throw out there. Now, let me see if I can put this in a two part question.
Mhm.
They got crime plans. If you've heard the crime plan, give me what you think of some advice to help the teenagers of Baltimore City. I think you know what I mean.
Mhm.
Give me what you think of Baltimore. For you, since you left DC,
Mhm.
do you think that Baltimore can do some things, or do you think DC is handling teenagers better than Baltimore? Out for you, and then I will come to you with a different question.
Well, I feel that there should be definitely more programs in Baltimore for the youth because in DC we have like different programs that youth can be involved. Um, like one thing DC has is the summer youth program where they employ youth 13 to 16 and they place them like different government agencies, post offices, and stuff like that, give them real jobs instead of having them work fast food and retail. If they had that here in Baltimore, it would give more options for young people to do. Also, more sports, um, affordable programming that people of low income can be a part of. And I think that will alleviate a lot of the crime rate in Baltimore. If young people have more things to do and more productive things to do and more beneficial things to do, I think that will help alleviate all that.
Good, sir. Very
Mhm.
good. Now, Vaughn, let me ask you something. First of all, do you agree or disagree with what he said?
No, I agree with him. I definitely, I agree with everything he said. I can't even add on to it. He said it so eloquently, you know. So, the only thing I can say is don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up on them. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of times they gonna talk to us like they don't like we would never let anybody talk to us. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
sometimes just coming at them a certain type of way,
Yes.
it's not what you say, it's how
How
you
you
say
say
it.
it.
You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? If you approach them a different type of way as a brother, as a family, it's something different and not as something like a knucklehead, you know what I mean,
Right.
that you want to punch, then they're definitely going to what's it called? Appreciate you and see
Yes.
you differently in a different light. You know what I'm
They'll be
saying? It
more
ain't right.
receptive.
Exactly. Be more
Hmm.
Right.
receptive. Thank you. That's the word
Hmm.
I'm using.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Um.
Wait a minute, really quick.
Hmm.
Do you feel as though females, the teenagers now,
Hmm.
Yeah.
they feel as though now men with daughters, okay,
Hmm.
do you think you are allowed to put your hands on your female children? This is the big one that's coming up.
What do you mean by put your like
You
a
mean discipline?
spanking, like discipline,
To
or?
correct them. Do you
Oh
feel
yeah, I
as
did when they
though
were younger.
now what age?
3. I think 3, and the
Hmm.
oldest one I didn't have to hit at all. I was blessed with that one, but I hit my youngest one probably one time, and that was it. And that was in the legs, just popped it one
Yeah.
time, and that I've never had to hit her again. Now, on the son end, that's a little different.
Yeah.
So we're talking about the girls. So yeah,
Hmm.
I did one time. She was about 3. That's like when they really start manipulating, trying to manipulate you, and really see how things work in life. You know what I mean? And see where they really are and where they the different things. They're seeing things, so they're grabbing. So that's the time that you really got discipline. After 6 is done.
Hmm.
I think you have from what 2 to 6, I believe,
Two to
is
six.
when they learn their code goals or
Hmm.
code values.
Yep.
From
Two,
2 to
two to
6
six.
6 years old is fine enough for any physical
to pop them,
correction.
yeah, hell yeah. If I
Hmm.
mean, if need be, but it has to be done out of love. It
Hmm.
can't be done
Exactly.
like back in the day. We got whipped with extensions, with
Hmm.
And
cords, with belts,
Broomsticks.
with
Hmm.
we
brooms,
really
with
did.
switches. Like you had to go pick your own. Like no,
Hmm.
nothing like that. But
High heels.
yeah, I did.
Right.
Hell, right.
Right.
It don't
You are
matter.
correct.
But you have to say it like this is what you're getting in trouble for. You have to let
Right.
them know. Like half the time, I didn't know why I was getting in trouble. I come
Hmm.
in the house and get my butt whipped. You know
Right.
what I mean? My brother might have did something.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. But when it comes to the child, you have to say, "Look, I don't want to do this. I don't want to hurt you,
Hmm.
but you're forcing me to because I told you this is what it's supposed to be. And in my house, this is they have
Right.
rules."
So this is the next question I have
Hmm.
for you. Do you
Into
think
the mic.
that teachers still should be able to physically correct your children?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not.
You said not. You said should.
No. A
And give
teacher.
me each
I'm gonna give you
reason.
mine.
Okay.
Give me each.
I'm gonna
Give me
say
your reason and give me why.
I was in a Christian school,
Hmm.
so they hit me back in the day.
Hmm.
So this is from pre-K, and I left there at what 5th grade. So they were allowed to. But their punishment isn't out of love, it's out of restraint. You need to do it this way. You need to do it that way. What they didn't know was I was dyslexic. What they didn't know was I couldn't see. What they didn't know was I didn't understand what they were saying to me. So I'm getting in trouble for getting good grades. I'm still getting good grades, but I'm getting in trouble because I didn't understand what's going on, and I'm asking questions. So I shut up.
That's quite interesting.
So no.
Okay. So my thing as a teacher must, one, be observant. Two, a teacher must be able to analyze the situation. And three, a teacher must be able to be communicative, be able to talk to the kid to figure out why the kid is acting out. Just like you said, he was dyslexic. If the teacher would have asked you some questions, they would have figured out, oh, he's dyslexic. Maybe I should approach it this way. So when a teacher is able to do that, they can discipline a child in the correct way where they can discipline the child, contact the parent, explain why they discipline the child. It's all about communication. And communication is key. Analyzing the situation is key. And being able to communicate is key. So if a teacher can do that, the situation will be rectified.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Very good.
If I could just give a little bit of advice, and by the way, I think he said his name was Will. I'm trying not to forget, but I think he said his name was Will. Let's be respectful. Number one. Number two, the guest link is in the profile. If you so wanted to join, he said he want to ask you guys something. We gotta be respectful, of course. But I would say this: Black people have to learn to. The Black people, especially in power, we got to learn to how to deal with our own folks. We got to show our own folks favor. It's not a problem to show your own folks favor. Just like how President Biden, he pardoned his own son. I already said this weeks ago that nothing was going to happen to him. That's because they have family, they got resources, they got generational wealth. So it doesn't matter if he messed up. As long as he ain't messed up too bad, he can catch felonies and whatnot, but he'll still come back to jobs, and he can possibly get jobs in government as well, too. But we, as Black people, if you're a police officer, if you're a judge, if you're a doctor, if you're a lawyer, you have to look out for your own people. It should not be taboo. That should go without being said. But I can't stress it enough to the judges, and you issuing out these sentences, and you looking like, man, you might want to take some leniency because it's the reason why. For the same crime, Black people are disproportionately given harsher sentences, especially Black men are given harsher sentences than white men for the same exact crime. You want to know why? Because people look out for their own kind. There's nothing wrong with that. When the Asian man get in the Asian community and all that stuff, they look out for their own kind. Right. The Latino people that get in their community, they look out for their own kind. It's us that don't understand the concept of looking out for our own kind, and we always ostracize and criticize if we try to initiate those type of initiatives. So I would say beyond a reasonable doubt to definitely look out for your people. Have some I don't know what you want to call it, whatever the word is, but deal with your people, even if it costs more. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to deal with your people. Like, even if it costs more and I got to go down the street to buy for my brother, knowing that this dollar going to go back in the community, I'm going to just go down the street and pay a couple extra dollars or a couple extra cents. So that way I know I'm spending Black. There's nothing wrong with spending Black. There's nothing wrong with promoting Black business.
That's true.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with buying Black. I just want to shoot down those stigmas and to shoot down those taboo things that we do in the community.
That's correct.
Because also the funny thing is the Black race is the only race that don't support one another. Asians would
Sad, but it's true. Yes.
Chinese restaurant and support their own.
Right.
Hispanics, they will all live in a house of 25 deep in the house.
Mhm.
Before each one can buy their own houses and create their own communities.
Right.
We are the only race that don't do that. So it's time for us as Black people to change our mentality. Once we change our mentality, we'll be a force to be reckoned with.
Well said.
Absolutely, man.
said.
Absolutely. Things will get better when we learn the group economics, when we learn how to actually associate. Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. if one could chase 1,000, two could chase 10,000.
Exactly.
You get more, and we get more bees with honey than we do with vinegar.
Mhm.
So a lot of times we leave a sour taste in people's mouths in black business. Look at the way that they talk about black business. Oh, they on time. They got bad customer service. Look at look at the stigmas. I mean, and the stereotypes. But a lot of this stuff is true. We can't just pin it down to being stereotypical and all that stuff when it's actually true.
Right.
Let's be better on a socio-economical level. This is why I'm glad you bought it. I'm glad you bought your products here. I was glad I was actually able to actually physically test these products and see for myself what it's worth. I'm still nice and moist and everything. You understand what I'm saying? I still smell good right now.
And it still smells good up in here, y'all.
I smell it right now. So I'm proud to support black business. I don't care what kind of business it is. If it can be supported, first of all, BMore4Real, we here for you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to get you here up on here so everybody can know about what you got going on. And let us know what you got going on as well.
Exactly.
Let us know what you got going on as well. Whether you agree or disagree as well, your comments and everything is always appreciated. We BMore4Real. Put your feelings to the side and let's sit at the table and let's talk like adults. You know what I'm saying? Adults have to do a lot of things we don't like. We learn to get along with our coworkers, but we don't learn to get along with our family, along with our friends, the people that deal with us the most.
Correct.
That's crazy because we ain't getting paid to do it.
Ain't it crazy?
You understand? It's crazy how money will change people because you getting paid. Now you can deal with racist Bob and you can deal with Fat Tanya and her loud mouth, but you can't deal with your own people because you ain't getting paid for it. That's why these people are selling out. And like I said, it's no offense. Like I said with the Freemason or anything, this is what we all here for.
That's what we're here to talk
come
about.
against
That's
all
why
that. Look, I don't care what race, background, what gang, what religion, we all divided like that.
Yeah.
Those other nations of people, they got Freemasons too. They got people that believe in different religions too.
Yeah, exactly.
They got people that have different opinions in politics too. But we would never know that.
Right.
Yeah.
We would never know that.
Exactly.
We see them all. Matter of fact,
exactly.
we see them all as Mexican, but some of them are from Honduras, some of them from
Exactly.
Panama,
Right.
some of them from
Exactly.
Brazil, some of them from Peru. We all see them. We talk about two different continents, regions, and all that stuff. But we see them as one.
Yeah.
That's my thing.
How they carry themselves. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's it. It's
Exactly.
not how you. It's not what you do. It's how you do it.
Yep.
And we say that repeatedly. We are the weaker one. That's why I say repeatedly because how we carry ourselves is how we do it.
That's
Right.
correct.
We got to change how we is. And I'm telling you, we are the most powerful race of all, but we don't act like it.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to realize we created pretty much everything on this planet.
Right. I've heard them, and that's another thing that I really hate. That society has this social buck breaking of men, and not just men, black men especially. People are able to put their name and profane and blaspheme and slander men, especially black men, at any cost and at any expense that they want to. Stop doing that to our men. Look, we got men out here trying. When these young men out here even putting out mixtape and all that stuff, nobody want to hear your stuff. A lot of it do be garbage, no lie. But you get better with that, bro. I mean, we got a lot more Migos and all that. Look, you can get better with that. But still,
I love to hear mixtape when you see somebody's trying.
Right.
That's the best in the world.
But still, the attack that
Instead of you putting someone in there who's famous, it sounds like shit.
the attack
You see
that's
what
on
I
us,
mean?
the attack that's
the
on us,
difference between
the attack that's on us is deep. I mean, and it's spiritual. It's to the point where as though I kill you and size you up before I kill the system that's been killing me and my ancestors for centuries.
Exactly.
That's how deep it is.
Yeah.
But I will turn a gun on you. And I don't even know you from a pan of can't, or that, like that man said, a pan of can't. I'm saying that on purpose. Trust me.
Right.
But, I would turn a gun on you faster than I would turn a gun on the system that's been constantly and generationally oppressing my people. And that's part of the hypnotizing that's been done to the world. And this program has made the deprogramming what you've been programmed to. So we're gonna have those uncomfortable conversations that may be tough to hear too.
And we're gonna
face
able to do
uncomfortable
this.
questions and stuff that we gotta deal with too. And we welcome those. Matter of fact, share this podcast and let us know, man. We'll drop the guest links. We'll make sure all y'all comments get read as much as we can. We appreciate y'all, but look, we here to have this conversation because we're here for growth. It starts with the information. Without the information, there is no destination. It's like we're going nowhere fast. So let's start with the education. Let's start with the information. Let's stop the indoctrination. Realest podcast ever
Go
on
down,
the net.
Go down,
Radar for
you
reality.
go.
Hey, look, man, we ran out of time. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm your co-host, OMG Danny.
I'm Uncle Wayne.
All right. Have a good night.
And thanks for joining each one of us. Introduce yourselves for one time and how they can reach y'all real quick. Hit it.
Durshon Louallen, Renaissance 599 Essentials LLC.
Yeah.
And I'm Von Diezel, Soulful Productions. You can email us at soulfulpros@gmail.com. Or you can go to YouTube channel Soulful, SOULFULL-PRODUCTIONZ.
And we want to say we definitely appreciate you guys for coming out, man. Like we said, go ahead and check out the Renaissance Essentials, man. This is the bomb.
Smelling
This
good.
is nuclear, man. You was
Definitely
looking with this one, man.
smells
It really smells real good.
Thank you.
We appreciate you guys for coming on. Be more for real. Realist conversation on that. Brought to you by Way of Real Explosion. We'll keep it locked with us each and every single Wednesday. Rated off for reality, man. Be blessed, man. Be blessed.
Peace.
I'm OMG Dan.
Love.